あるかもしれない。
You know what time it is. It's Steel Ball Run time. Ladies and gentlemen, the first trailer for Steel Ball Run is now officially out. It's you can't see it. Well, actually you can, but we'll get to that. But it's on my monitor. It's on my main monitor, 48 seconds. I've already watched it a few times, but we'll watch it in this video. But it is so, I'm so happy. Like, genuinely, just speaking from the bottom of my heart, from a place of love, seeing my favorite manga get a good adaptation. We'll talk about that later. My expectations were met. I am so ridiculously happy. I genuinely do not have any complaints, virtually none. Seeing what I've been seeing the character design, seeing the voice actors, we'll talk about that a little bit later because they are a little bit important. I'm more than happy. I am genuinely, like, pretty ecstatic for the most part. I'm not really showing it now because I'm trying to be proper. Like, this is a proper YouTube video. You can't be too excited. You can't be too out of the zone of moist critical with the monotone voice, but there will be a format to this video. So I think the first thing we should do as a collective is just watch the trailer. I've already seen it multiple times by now because I genuinely want to, like, really digest it, understand it. I will say this, if you just want to be here just to support me and don't want to watch or view any of the trailers, I will say this at bare minimum. If you like part 5, if you did like part 5, or at least in terms of animation, the anime quality, so on and so forth, that area, this anime will be for you. No high expectations or out of bounds expectations here. If you like part 5, if you liked part 4, if you like part 3, it genuinely seems like this is the anime for you, or the part that you have been waiting for. So we can definitely go through this. I will be skipping ahead in some places because I don't want to get copyrighted. Right, first frame out of the 48 seconds, right? I can already tell that Steven is drawn with a lot of part 7 in mind, the line weight, the shadow weight. The closer you get to the faces, the more the anime production seems to want to mimic Araki, which genuinely is good. I don't think they've really tried that. I have noticed, as on Patreon, I have been rewatching the anime for you guys free over there for you to watch, but getting up and close and personal to the anime designs like this, you can genuinely tell they are just significantly a lot more in terms of up close shots, and that will be important later on. Crowd work looks good. You see the initial logo, you see some CGI in the background, but that's just background footage, doesn't really matter. Characters look good, vibrant colors, everything is on par with the times. Honestly, perfect. I'm not complaining. It looks good. I see some people complaining about really weird and bitchy things over on Twitter, but in terms of the overall designs, just looking at straight panels like this, it looks good. I saw some people complaining about the speed lines. Jesus, it's definitely something. Perfect. So, like I said previously with the close-up shots, you can honestly see here is that they are trying to heavily mimic Araki to the best of their abilities. Of course, remember, I have to clarify this like every single time. I'll full screen for this too. When the anime studio has to copy Araki, they will do it to the best of their ability. However, remember, this is still animation. They still have to do multiple frames like every few seconds, pretty close to the original footage here. I think I'll throw it up here somewhere. It looks good. Like, it genuinely looks good. I virtually cannot complain. The color grading looks good. The color switching looks good. The line art still looks good. It even looks, how do I put this? This is going to be kind of an opinion to give. I won't lie. This part looks like the manga more than other parts. I hope some people understand what I'm talking about, the manga readers out there who also would like to enjoy the anime. I'm seeing in some of these panels here in the preview that they genuinely are trying to look like the manga, like almost to the closest they can get to a 1-for-1 is what I will say. This shot of Gyro, I'm not going to make it the thumbnail because I don't think there's a clear enough image people have been able to screenshot yet. But I look at this image of Gyro and go, I'm in perfectly good hands. I'm not worrying in any regard to colors, grading, or scaling, or anything like that. Interesting. Good shot of that. Good shot of Johnny. This is a funny ass frame when we actually get to the actual like anime when it releases. There's not a single shot that disappoints me in this entire thing, genuinely. Of course, an iconic shot about to show up. Go Zappelli. Like I said previously, when it comes to close-ups, they are absolutely trying their asses off, because looking at the shading and the rendering of Gyro's teeth, holy shit, I do not understand why they're trying so hard. I appreciate it, don't get me wrong. But absolutely incredible, genuinely. Oh, Silver Bull and Diego look good. God damn. Oh, I guess to speak on that, because the anime colors here aren't exactly 1-for-1 with the manga, and I think who best shows that is Diego. They have taken some liberties with his design. He looks good. I genuinely like this colorway they give him in the anime. I think it definitely suits him a lot better than the manga, but he looks absolutely incredible. Oh my god, man, I love this anime. It's peak. These close-ups, like I said, yet again, for the third time, absolutely incredible. I kind of like the fact that Diego's kind of a redhead, like a strawberry blonde in this continuity of the anime. I can't wait to use that for a thumbnail when I talk about Diego's character in the future. I've been waiting that forever. Ooh. CGI horses. What can I say here? For the most part, in terms of these close-up shots, under my assumption, these are really good. These are really good close-up shots. You can tell this is CG, but only if you stare at it. Initially, when we just played it all the way through one time, I wasn't able to notice it. But once you stop to look at it and freeze frame it, of course, you're not supposed to technically do that because this animation should always be moving fluidly. You can't tell, and I really do think for the most part the horses look incredible up close. Of course, it's just a preview. We can't continuously run it forward again and again, but it looks amazing. This shot in specific, I didn't want to talk about. These are CGI horses. However, though, they look really, really good. I don't know who or what they're feeding their animators. It looks like they're really trying to seamlessly blend a lot of the CGI and anime together pretty flawlessly, I won't lie. But in terms of wide shots with a lot of horses in it, it looks like from previous interviews and statements that yeah, they're trying their best to make the CGI look as fluid as possible. So honestly, with how much effort they're putting in, no complaints on this part. Absolutely none. And the racing, up close, far away, like I said, this shot's CGI, but yet again, they seamlessly transition the horses in with the animation. And I genuinely, in post, I'll try to zoom in on a certain few characters and details, but I genuinely cannot tell the fucking difference between a CGI horse and just a regular on-screen horse. That's how good they're trying to seamlessly blend it in. Also, love the color palette. I like the brighter colors. I hate dull visuals. I hate gray. I hate gray. So we're looking good here. And of course, I think this is technically the end of the trailer. Johnny looks incredible here. I think I might use this for the thumbnail too, but it looks phenomenal. I genuinely cannot complain. This coming from the Part 5 team, I have virtually little to no complaints, honestly. I mean that very seriously. So I think it's, I'm personally really excited. The trailer looks great. So let's talk character designs and so on and so forth. So we can move on to that. So we have Johnny. We already looked at him. I think he's amazingly designed. The simplistic nature of the character designs look and feel better for the anime just to make it move a lot more seamlessly. Still looks phenomenal. Nothing's really changed. Like him. Same goes with Gyro. If anything, I will double down on this fact. I think Gyro looks even better in the preview than the character sheets say. I think that's mainly because Gorilla who is the character designer, really knew that coming into it. So helping the actual main guys was absolutely genius. Gotta love my boy. Now I'm gonna zoom in on these so we actually see a lot of the detail. Diego, first time seeing him. I think there's better quality pictures out there, so I might just throw those up on screen. But genuinely, almost one for one with the manga, even with the horse riding pants. If anybody's wondering what those are, he looks smirk, he looks smug. You know, I originally drew a red Diego, but I love turquoise Diego, and I think the white lines are much better than the original manga ones were just yellow when with the official coloring panels. Diego might be my favorite designed character so far. I like the fact that he's not fucking blonde. I don't know why. Next we have Steven. Steven will be important. He's one of those key figures that you don't really pay attention to, but without him the story just wouldn't go. Very basic design. He's not supposed to be an overly important character. So next we have Lucy. I love Lucy's early design. Genuinely comparing this, and I'll throw it up on screen, with manga Lucy in the later half of Steel Ball Run. It's just wearing all pink. I don't think it's the greatest fit ever. I hope they change it up. They clearly seem to like to change a lot of the character designs here, at least in this part compared to part 6. So I hope they maybe still add the black. I will absolutely love her design. I think she'll be great moving on forward once we get to the later half of Steel Ball Run where she's important. Now, in terms of voice actors, I like them all. However, there is a little bit of controversy. Now, this is the only thing I'm like, whoa, about. So going to Diego, if you can see in the bottom right corner, you can see that he's not voiced regularly by his voice actor in the past. Sometimes the anime likes to bring in new people to do things, standard, but this being an alternate version of Diego kind of makes a little bit more sense. Why would they sound similar? They don't even have like necessarily the same build. Diego in this universe is incredibly small compared to part 1 Dio, so of course, if you know how voices work, the bigger you are, usually the deeper your voice. Look at me. A lot of people are speculating. I now have to be careful about spoilers now, but later in the manga, I'm hoping they do the switcheroo. It would be kind of interesting. If you know, you know, right? So a lot of people are speculating towards the end of Steel Ball Run, we might see a VA switch, which would be pretty dope. So overall, what I have to say about the character designs and the overall trailer, absolutely phenomenal. Virtually no complaints. Like I said, I genuinely cannot complain. If you liked part 5, you are going to like this. I genuinely can't say otherwise. Overall, it looks fantastic. Nothing to overly complain about, other than maybe one VA change, but I like it. Character designs look good. I'm satisfied all the way around. Now, this is where we have to talk about release dates and scheduling and batches and weekly. So, for anybody wondering, no, we did not get any info on if it's weekly or going to be in batches. I kind of expected that. I kind of maybe set myself up for some, like, how do you say it, false delusion of maybe getting like premiering weekly on Netflix 2026 or something like that. We didn't. And I guess we're going to have to wait till the next trailer, if that, maybe. But if you caught on to what I said previous, 2026. So they have confirmed it is coming out next year. So we will not see anything, at least like full on anime wise this year. So that being the case, and how I fucking knocked it out of the park, predicting that it would be in 2026, you know, being the genius that I am, you know, stroking my ego. When do I expect this thing to come out? Well, if production started roughly at the time of this recording, about 2 years ago, at minimum, I'm expecting probably, and maybe as disappointing as this is going to sound, summer 2026 or fall 2026. I pray that it comes out in spring of 2026. but I doubt it. I don't think it's going to be then. Very similar to part 5 where they do that like fall release date. I really am thinking they're really going to shoot for fall. I doubt it's going to be winter. Winter usually has a lot of animes every year, so depending on how the studio feels about their product, it will probably be later in the year of 2026, which I'm fine with. I do want the animated production to be fluid and phenomenal. Yeah, if we're getting this part 5 level quality, which I expected with the part 5 team working on that. This also, if you didn't know, the part 5 team is working on this. So I am expecting a fall. I'm feeling fall here. I'm feeling a light to 10 out of 10 fall here in terms of release date. So overall, what I have to say is just on the general staff and stuff, voice actors, animation quality, so on and so forth. If you're worried or scared about anything, trust me. And in terms of what I am looking at, comparing it to everything I've seen in the past, get hype. It's going to be absolutely in-fucking-credible. All of it. I will be watching this weekly on top of the other JoJo stuff because it's probably going to take me a while to finish it going weekly, so on and so forth. But it looks phenomenal. People complaining engagement bait on Twitter or on TikTok, even on YouTube. I'm seeing it. I see Julian doing it. But I'm happy. It's Steel Ball Run hype season. We're on season, baby. It's looking phenomenal. Get hype. Get everything, man. It's probably gonna be a great year for previews. And then once it drops, it will be great. But overall, if you want a TLDR, good animation, absolutely loving it. You'll love it if you like part 5. All the character designs look incredible. Diego's voice actor changed, but it probably will get changed at the very end if you know ball. I won't spoil it there. Announcement for 2026. We don't know if it's weekly or batchly yet. Over the next 6 months, we will figure out more and more. But just how the animation looks genuinely, I think this actually might be weekly. I'm leaning towards it, and just knowing Netflix's current history and learning that batches suck for anime. They work for every other medium, not anime. They just don't. It's Steel Ball Run time. Steel Ball Run! I'm hyped. So with that all being said, like, comment, share, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, support my Patreon. Of course, remember, we're going to watch Steel Ball Run over there, and we are currently rewatching JoJo, so please do. Stay hydrated, unlike me. I got to edit this now. I will see you guys very soon. Deuces.